welcome again to the big match. Today, an FA Cup special with two ties from yesterday's sixth round, and our main match is a thriller between Spurs and Manchester United.
Oh, chipping it in, though, towards McAllister, off the top of the crossbar.
And those underdogs from the third division, Shrewsbury, and their visit to First Division Wolves.
Rafferty's headed down, the shot off, and now begins off the line by Palmer.
Real quality cup tie action there, and the game between Spurs and Manchester United really lived up to all our expectations. The gates at White Hart Lane were locked well before the start, some of them an hour and a quarter before the kick-off, in fact, with 51,800 fans packed inside. The atmosphere created a tension of its own, and indeed it reached inside to the dressing room area by the time Manchester United made their way out to face all that noise.
And here are Manchester United, led by Martin Buchan.
And behind that door, Spurs waiting to come out.
What a wonderful atmosphere at White Hart Lane, and two men with a cup tie scoring touch in direct opposition today. Chris Jones of Tottenham, whose hat-trick at Wrexham gave Spurs victory in the fourth round, and indeed his 4 goals this season have all come in the FA Cup. And Jimmy Greenoff, Manchester United's top scorer with 16 goals, has scored in every round for United, and that includes the replay they had with Fulham. This then is the Tottenham side. Peter Taylor not fully recovered from a groin injury, so Ricardo Villa has the number 11 shirt. Taylor is the sub. That probably means that Osvaldo Ardiles will play up front, a position from where he scored his first 2 goals for Tottenham against Derby last week. And Terry Naylor has recovered from injury and takes his place in defence. Meanwhile, Manchester United yesterday ruled out any hope of getting Lou Macari and Brian Greenhoff fit in time and stick to the side that won at Bristol City last week, with Jimmy Nicholl at right back and Ashley Grimes playing in the midfield. In fact, there is a slight change from their lineup that day because Joe Jordan returns to the action as substitute. Joe was injured playing for Scotland last November, but proved his fitness this week with 2 reserve games. The referee today is Keith Hackett from Sheffield, and the crowds have been swarming up Tottenham High Road since late morning and are now waiting for what should be an epic cup tie. So Manchester United get us away, attacking the goal to our right in red shirts and white shorts, Spurs in white. And both sides, what about that for a start from Ardiles? And what a lovely, beautifully struck ball there, but back it comes to Gary Bailey. Both sides with some good form at the moment. Spurs have lost only 1 of their last 6, and Manchester United have won 5 of their last 6 and drawn the other one. So they're both in pretty hot form at the moment. And the crowd here really expecting something a little special. Andy Ritchie getting up for that one. Mickey Thomas playing it on. McElroy getting in there. And the ball played back to Kendall, with Jimmy Greenoff getting in a bit dangerously close there. Spurs with the substitute Peter Taylor in the centre there. Perriman just spooning it through there for Huddle. There's a bit of space on this side, and here's Pratt. And here's Villa. For a big man, he turns well, and sadly for Tottenham, Jimmy Nicholl was surrounded by fellow defenders, and United got that away quite easily. Ardiles, Villa, 2 Argentinians, McAllister playing it in there for Bailey. Oh! No goal, a foul on the keeper. Tottenham not happy with that, and I must say, it seemed to me that Bailey, not under a lot of pressure, in fact dropped that ball, and although it was turned into the net, the referee decided there had been a foul on the keeper and the goal disallowed. And now Hoddle, and straight to Bailey. Now Hoddle, and Spurs beginning to find their touch. Oh, what a good ball there from Hoddle. And here's Villa. Can he turn? And it was clumped away, in fact, by McQueen, but a good little spell this for Tottenham. Ardiles brought down, free kick. The foul by Jimmy Nicholl, number 2, on Osvaldo Ardiles, number 8. And a free kick for Tottenham from the sort of position where they might just profit. Hoddle, who can almost make the ball talk in these situations, can bend it and curl it. Lacey up on the far side, I imagine more as a decoy than anything else. Hoddle chipping it in though towards McAllister, off the top of the crossbar. Well, a lovely free kick again. Hoddle clipping that beautifully, inviting McAllister, who made it with a really firm header off the United crossbar. Right, playing it for Villa again. Played in for Perryman, and now cross in, and Ardiles' header saved by Gary Bailey. Played in there by Terry Naylor, and the header held by the Manchester United keeper. Jimmy Greenoff misjudging that. Jimmy Holmes. Holmes again. And now Naylor. Long ball hopefully played forward in the air. And in fact Spurs get a free kick. Kick not taken from the right place. I thought there wasn't a great deal of profit to be had with McQueen so dominant in the centre of that United defence. When he played in the air, there's a fair chance he's going to win it. Except that Ardiles has won that one! Two last week, one this week. It took so long for him to get on the score sheet here since he joined Tottenham, and my word, that's the most important goal he scored for his new club. The cross floating in, there it is from that free kick, and Ardiles beating them all to it, a beautifully timed header into the back of the net. 1-0 to Tottenham, and Osvaldo Ardiles the score. Turning on the ball and turning around into trouble, and in fact Sammy McElroy's being called to the referee, and he's going to get a yellow card. As the little Argentinian turned, it was McElroy who went into him, and Steve Coppell saying, well, I think it was 6 or 1 half dozen the other. It's McElroy going in there, and indeed a yellow card. And certainly he made a fairly hefty challenge on the Tottenham number 8. Hoddle with the free kick. Lacey's come up on the far side. Lacey got the header as well. And Jones! Oh, my word, what a tremendous save. McAllister and Jones getting in there, but the linesman had been flagging for a moment before that happened. Just look at the piece of goalkeeping here, though, by Gary Bailey. It's Jones who sticks out the left foot, and Bailey hits his post on it, I don't know, but he's still got his reflexes working well. But the whistle had gone for a free kick. 16 with the fellow next to him, Tommy Kavanagh. A little bit of geeing up to do at half-time, I would think, which comes up in about 3 minutes' time. Naylor, long ball forward, McQueen again there to dominate it, but this time it falls for Villa, who's gone past Grimes. A touch in this time for Jones. Wide again for Perryman over on that right touchline. A nice cross coming in towards John Pratt. Hoddle with a shot. Down goes Bailey. Flag was up and whistle gone. What a beautiful struck volley though by Hoddle. Perryman again with the cross. And McQueen with the header. There's the volley. There's the scrambling save by Bailey with the flag already up. McAllister with the throw. Ardiles. Throw to Tottenham. I'm not too happy with that. I think he felt that McAllister ran into him, but that's a good throw towards Ardiles. And no penalty. The crowd felt that that was a penalty with Ardiles brought down there. But, the referee decided no. Proofing that into touch as the half-time whistle goes, with the sides separated by the beautifully headed goal. What timing it was too of Osvaldo Ardiles, his third goal since he joined Tottenham, and that one clearly the most important. And the Spurs supporters satisfied with a half-time situation here, as we have a lot more to bring you yet on the big match. But a half-time in this cup tie at Tottenham. Spurs 1, Manchester United 0, and we'll be back with the second. Welcome back to White Hart Lane for the start of the second half of this sixth-round tie. Spurs leading by a goal to 0. Osvaldo Ardiles the scorer of that one. Now Spurs in the white waiting for Keith Hackett to get him away. Attacking the goal to our right. Manchester United in red shirts and white shorts. And in fact, Spurs to get this far have had their say up in the northwest, having beaten Altrincham and Wrexham after a replays on both occasions, and Oldham Athletic. This is Naylor now forward. Still a bit of rain in the air, which is glistening on the surface of this very good Tottenham pitch. And it'll quicken the ball up in these later stages to keep the momentum of the game going. Bailey with the kick for Manchester United. Coppell's header. Lacey. It was Grimes in there. Jimmy Greenoff back for Sammy McElroy, with Thomas here outside him. It's a good cross by Thomas, but Perryman was on the end of it for Tottenham, and Ardiles as well. Buchan playing it in there. Coppell, and Coppell might make all the running now. And down went Kendall when Coppell was through, and it really just required a firmer touch, and that would have been it. Coppell who made the running there, and then when he got to within range there, he didn't really get a proper touch to it. And in fact, there's a bottle on the pitch there you can see behind the Spurs goalkeeper and Ardiles that was thrown onto the pitch. We can see the bottle there that's just being picked up. That's where the Manchester United fans are, behind Mark Kendall's goal. And Joe Jordan doing some more warming up exercising on the far side. It really is just a matter of time now before he's brought on. His experience and skill, a little more aggression to that Manchester United front line. McAllister, Ardiles, McAllister, with Pratt outside him. He spotted him. That's a nice ball for John Pratt, and a good run by Pratt as well, but the cross may not be quite as good. Jones somehow performing miracles to keep it in, though. Here's Hoddle. That's a good cross by Hoddle as well. Jones! And really diving in to get that. And Spurs, it seemed impossible really for Hoddle to find a way of getting that cross in, but he did. And Jones with a good backward header. He would have gone wide, but Bailey had to grab it. Now Greenoff. It's a good shot into the side netting. The United fans thought it had gone in, but it was into the side netting. Really lashing that with his left foot. Queen, Alverston. Played in towards Greenoff. Alverston again, curling one in there. Oh, a lovely hit and a good save. Coppell was almost on his knees there as he got that header in. There's the cross. There's the header, and a fine save by Mark Kendall. And Coppell Koppel really thought that was the equaliser. Here's McElroy now. And that is the equaliser from Thomas. His first goal for Manchester United. And that's brought a bit of joy to that end of the ground. 1-1. When they were so close a moment ago from Koppel's header. In the end, it was a bit of a scramble. But it counts for all that from McElroy's corner. A good firm header, in fact. And the ball obligingly came back to the little Welshman, and into the back of the net it went for 1-1. So Spurs 1, Manchester United 1, and Mickey Thomas. Thomas. In towards Ritchie. Thomas again. Spurs have lost a little bit in this second half, and they've lost the lead as well. And there's a header just off the top of the crossbar, and Ritchie was so very close to really completing this Manchester United comeback. And Jimmy Greenoff, it was a firmly struck cross, and Ritchie got a good header in there. Joe Jordan will be coming on, and it's young Andy Ritchie, the 18-year-old who goes off. One out-and-out striker for another.
Substitute for United, Joe Jordan.
And it's Joe's first game since he was injured playing for Scotland in Portugal in November. 2 reserve games this week. Slight miss kick there by Jimmy Nicholl. That wasn't quite a minute ago, but Thomas then hands it to Perryman. And Augustin in first. Hoddle. Pratt's then sprinting to the far side. Warming up Peter Taylor on the far side as well. Here's Pratt. Pratt's coming in there towards Velia. And Spurs claimed off, and Chris Jones remonstrated and touched the referee in his demonstration, and that's for showing dissent. And as you can see with the mouth, and I think he also touched him as he made his protest. But Spurs felt there was a penalty there, and the referee said certainly not. This was the incident. You can see how the United player in fact flung himself at Chris Jones, and it could be that Spurs had a case. So there goes Velia. And Peter Taylor, top scorer with 9 goals this season, coming on for Tottenham. Hollow's challenge winning it, and Greenoff injured as he went into that challenge, and Bailey getting down well to save from Pratt. Greenoff not at all happy, but prepared to get up on his feet and soldier on, which is... Oh, what a bad back pass from Perryman to Koppel, across the face of the goal, and turned away by Lacey, much to the relief of the Tottenham captain, Steve Perryman. Well, that's Lacey, but it's Perryman who's got a lot to be thankful for. What a bad back pass it was. And Koppel quickly to pounce on it, and the angle was always getting more difficult, and Lacey finished off the job for Tottenham. Hoddle, Ardiles trying to get a 1-2 going, and it's Hoddle in the clear now with that little touch from McAllister, and behind from Koppel for the Spurs corner. Lacey up. Hoddle's corner, chipped in there, backward header by Peter Taylor. Knocked away though by Manchester United. Holmes playing it in again, and an offside. Frustration there on the face of John Pratt, because blokes who've gone right forward, really on those occasions when they see the ball coming back in, or the possibility of it, should get back quicker than they do. John Lacey. Had a fair game actually this afternoon, Lacey, and here's Taylor. Oh, what a lovely ball from Ardiles for Peter Taylor. all the way through and across the face of the goal, and Taylor's beautiful little burst of speed took him clear of the whole Manchester United defence. A lovely ball from Ardiles again, though. There it is, sending Taylor on his way, and wide of the goal. Greenoff turning beautifully, and look at McElroy now, with Grimes alongside him. Grimes, oh, and a fine save by Kendall, and McQueen getting in. And now Tottenham getting in. McQueen right up, and Jones leading the charge, and McQueen, what a beautiful piece of play by him. Right up there amongst the forwards, and when Spurs looked as though they might be causing a bit of danger themselves, McQueen was right back to make the saving tackle. Ardiles not happy with that decision. But what a brilliant save by Mark Kendall a moment before. McElroy going through, and in fact it's Ashley Grimes who gets that left foot shot in, punched away by Kendall. And even with 5 minutes left, an away cup tie, United are doing the sort of thing that Dave Sexton always believes teams should do. Let's go on the offensive whenever the opportunity is there. Still attacking hard. There's no thought of just looking for containment. They're here to win. Couple. Greenoff. And Thomas a good 6 or 7 yards offside. Even so, there'll be a little bit of clock watching, I would think, in the next 5 minutes by those two gentlemen, Tommy Kavanagh on the left and the Manchester United manager Dave Sexton. And you could see the strain was showing just a little bit on their faces. It's a murderous game when you're away from home, 1-1 with 5 minutes left of the 6th round of the Cup. And there really is so much to be lost. So not to be won. Jones now, played back again, Perrin, and it might get. In fact, it was Jimmy Nicol who clubbed a foot at that one and didn't really quite know where it was going. It looked for a moment as though Spurs were right in there. Jordan's header, guided skillfully for McElroy, gathering it up, but Lacey just sticking out a foot. McQueen with that header, and that's going to fall for Jones. Now for Perrin, played first time, but straight at Alveston. Still in these last few moments, or 4 minutes to go, you still have that inevitable feeling that something could really happen to turn this cup tie upside down yet. Jordan. Thomas. McElroy going for this one, but Naylor denying him. Thomas, a good cross, and perhaps a good piece of defence. Well, John Pratt never lets him down, and when that came floating in from Thomas, it looked a real danger point. Pratt used all his experience to get that one away. A corner then for Manchester United, which McElroy will take. They've got McQueen up once more, Jordan right in there, of course, and it was McAllister's header away. Alveston shot and a goal kick. About 2.5 minutes to go. Jordan McQueen played really well. It was just that moment when Ardiles came in the first half and had a lot of space. Something went wrong in that United defence in that particular moment, but they've looked quite reasonably secure ever since. And here's a break, and onside. McElroy is said to be onside, and he could win it now, but he hasn't. In fact, it was in the end Ashley Grimes who whacked it over, but McElroy really had a superb chance there, and Terry Naylor, the number 2, came to save Tottenham with that clearance there as the ball was about to cross the line. And Grimes well wide with his effort. Lacey playing it for Naylor. Referee looking at his watch. It's the final whistle. It's a draw and a replay at Old Trafford on Wednesday. And And really on their performance in the second half, you have to say that it's probably a replay that Manchester United deserve. Mickey Thomas scoring that goal in the second half after Osvaldo Ardiles had put Spurs ahead in the first half. Spurs, in fact, having so much more of the play in the first half, and indeed looked full of confidence and running. And when Ardiles put them ahead, you really felt they might have capitalised on that. McAllister had hit the crossbar with a header, of course, before that. But then in the second half, quite a transformation. Oh, and a fan there getting onto the pitch, and Ardiles doing a policeman's job and getting him off. As United come away now, knowing that and Dave Sexton, the manager, knowing they've got a replay, and I should think very relieved to have got it, to come away and to get a draw. Not so many smiles on the Tottenham faces, but a great feeling of achievement, I would think, as Tommy Kavanagh will smile whatever the situation. Well, that's the scene inside. The scene outside, as the crowd goes away, we have a final score line of Spurs 1, Manchester United 1.
And our thanks to Spurs for giving us those extra facilities, for giving you an insight, a little look behind the scenes yesterday in that magnificent cup tie. And of course there's more of it to come at Old Trafford on Wednesday. And don't forget, still to come today on the programme, the 6th round tie between Wolves and Shrewsbury. Spurs had a brilliant first half, couldn't quite sustain it. United had so much of the better of the second half, and in the end so much of the credit for it being a good game was down to Manchester United, particularly when you remember, as the away team, the chances they made, even in the last 10 minutes when they resisted that urge to hold back and play out for a replay. But that, after all, is the philosophy of the Manchester United manager, Dave Sexton.
Well, I think once, when we were pressing to get the equaliser, and then we carried on pressing, to get the winner. It's like they say that the jockeys, once you hit the front, you've got to keep going. You have those second chances.
Yeah. How do you explain the sudden change in the atmosphere in the side like this? Because really they outgunned you in the first half.
Yes, I don't know, but I suppose it's when the chips are down, you're a goal down. There's not much else left to you but to raise your game.
Yes. Superb goal that Ardiles scored, but I suppose there might have been a question mark against some marking in the defence.
Well, yes, and also I think Gary was tempted to come when it wasn't really his ball. So two things there really.
I saw Ardiles run into space and he was unmarked, and I think I was wrong, but I was tempted to go and get the ball. It was floated in low to him. He was unmarked, so I went out to get the ball, and halfway there I realised I couldn't get it, and I stood my ground. And he got in a very good header, which looped over my head, and all credit to him for a good goal.
Well, Steve Perryman kicked the ball, and I jumped, and good luck and goal.
Well, that sorts out the Tottenham goal, and then of course came the one by Mickey Thomas for Manchester United. And he's a man who now regards, or he must do at any rate, White Hart Lane as his lucky ground, because he scored twice here in the League Cup tie 2 years ago for Wrexham. It was his first goal for United, and that has been a long time coming.
Yeah, it's my 14th game, I think, so I was getting a bit worried. As I said, I'm pleased with the one today because it was important.
And that was a bit of a scramble, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, because Sammy took the corner and I lost my marker, Chris Jones, and went in for the header. I didn't really head it properly, and it come back off Gordon McQueen. I just lashed at it and just went in.
But there's no doubt who the #1 hero is at Tottenham these days. Argentina's Osvaldo Ardiles. Every time he comes out, even to warm up before the start of a game, there's a ticker-tape welcome for him. And it has been a remarkable few months for him. But does he now feel he's settled down into English football?
Yes, I think so. I'm very pleased in England because all is all right for me. The people of Tottenham, I only can to say thank you for all that England gave me.
And the crowd love you now, don't they?
Yes, I think so. It's very satisfying for me.
Yes. And even people are now saying that Ardiles could be the footballer of the year. How do you feel about that?
I don't think so. I think there are another player that more chance than me because he playing well than me.
Who is that, sorry?
I think, for example, Liam Brady or Tony Carey or Robertson, Nottingham Forest, or Peter Chilton. En fin, there are a lot.
Not only is your football a joy for us to watch, but your English is getting better week by week now.
Oh, yeah, not too bad.
Good. Now on this cup tie action programme, we turn briefly to your letters. Only briefly because our cup tie action is so good today. But next week, of course, it's the League Cup final between Nottingham Forest and Southampton at Wembley, a game that you can see on ITV next Sunday afternoon. Now, John Kellard of Carmelite Road of Harrow Wealdstone would like to see one of Wembley's greatest upsets in the League Cup final, and I don't mean Arsenal being turned over by 3rd Division Swindon, but the one 2 years before that. The first time, in fact, the League Cup final was held at Wembley, when 1st Division West Bromwich Albion faced Queen's Park Rangers, then from the 3rd Division.
Rangers playing right to left. Albion soon attacked, and a goal looked possible. Spring it saved. Again, West Brom came storming on, and former Queen's Park player Clive Clark scored against his old teammates. Rangers counter-attacked. A great shot by centre-forward Les Allen was brilliantly saved by Rick Shepherd. It looked as if First Division class would be decisive when Brown passed to Clark, who scored his second goal. Rangers took their chance now. Morgan's header was in the net. The equaliser came from brilliant work by Rodney Marsh. Finally, the goal that gave Rangers the cup. Almost on full time, Lazarus had the ball in the net.
So, an historic victory for Queen's Park Rangers, then of the 3rd Division. Weekend we've seen another 3rd Division side with its eyes on a Wembley final, Shrewsbury Town, who yesterday went to 1st Division Wolverhampton Wanderers for a 6th round FA Cup tie, and that's our next action. As we go across to Molyneux, join the ATV cameras, commentator Hugh Johns, Wolves in the black shorts.
Knocks that one forward again, only as far as Griffin. Tom across, and Berry helps it up. Richards, nicely off for Hibbert. Looks back in for Richards. And he's in with a chance, which he blew. Well, all started with Richards knocking the ball across to Hibbert. Beautiful return ball. John Richards did the difficult thing by dummying his way through the Shrewsbury defence. An open goal shot, and he didn't even force Wardle to make a save. The ball given away to Hibbert. And Palmer advancing up this right side. Oh, and a chance for Daly. Great reaction, saved by Wardle. Oh. Well, when that ball was knocked in, it looked as though Shrewsbury had the easiest job to clear it, but didn't. In fact, dropped it as a free gift to Daly. First time shot, Wardle reacted well. Good nick on from Biggins, and Berry's got a Starry against Maguire, and he's there. And, oh, that was a chance. It was George Berry getting his shorts in a bit of a twist. And Maguire almost had himself a chance there. He certainly thought he might have had a penalty. And before he could do anything about it, the chance was gone. And here's Parkin. Daly. Daniel. Shrewsbury coming out. Daly. Richards helps it down, and Turner is well positioned, but he didn't get a good clearance. Carr, Hibbert. Berry, Carr, looking for Daly. Richards, Hibbert. Well, there was a big appeal for a penalty against Shrewsbury then, but referee Clive Thomas let the play go on. And certainly when the chance came to Hibbert, it looked as though he had an open goal to aim at. But a rather weak shot bounces away clear. Chapman helps that on. Biggins has it eventually. Now Turner. And Maguire's all right because Berry didn't come out. And this far side is Atkins. Maguire may not need him. Oh! So close. Poor Maguire. Well, that's the excitement of the cup. I think if he'd kept a cooler head and looked across the park, he'd have spotted Atkins. All coming about, in fact, because George Berry was late out, and everybody's having a go at Berry now. He was late out, which allowed Maguire to be onside. Goes through on his own, tries to score when he might have clipped the ball across the box to Atkins. Parking down, Carr, Biggins. Will Maguire catch that? Corner. Well, they got a corner out of it. It's John McCall. We'll be looking for Chapman in the box. Griffin has gone up more or less far post. Sammy Chapman is more or less near post. There he is, hand on hips on the goal line. Is Biggins. Atkins lurking around the penalty spot. Maguire's kick. Rafferty's headed down, the shot. Off. And now, Biggins off the line by Palmer. Turner diving in. And finally, Richards out. Well, that was panic stations, and there might be some more. As Hayes takes it on down the line for Maguire. Well, that corner kick from Paul Maguire caused all kinds of problems. Rafferty's header out, and he came down as far as, who was it, Tong, and his shot cleared away. Then when Biggins had a half chance, again Wolves got it off the line. And Maguire on a chase with Berry. He needs some help. Or does he? Oof. Derek Parkin took that one right on the chin. Oof. I'll Thomas over to him to see if he's all right. Oof. Couple of praying mantises there. Maguire slipping away from George Berry. And then when Parkin came to help out, he gets the ball slap in his mouth. Sammy Chapman, oh, that was a mistake, and he hasn't made too many of those. Daniel gets a second bite at the cherry, gives it across to Parkin. Daniel to his right, a dummy, and aims through for Rafferty. Yes! Yes! Wardle was there. What a super save by Bob Wardle. And again, the unluckiness of Billy Rafferty illustrated there. Daly across, Rafferty again, and Griffin kicks it clear. Well, how unlucky can you get? Billy Rafferty really has had rotten luck all this season for Wolves. Been out of the side for a long time, hasn't scored in 14 previous games this season, but there he thought he was in with a shout until Bob Wardle pulled off a tremendous save. Aiming for Sammy Chapman, in fact gets a corner of Parkin. And corners in this second half have been a dangerous thing for Wolves. Shrewsbury, their third one here now. Maguire will take it. Looking for Sammy Chapman to get a touch. And a try. Superb try from the player manager Graham Turner. Once again, Maguire causing problems. The ball curling in. Chapman flick over his head, and then Turner, a shot which might have curled away from Bradshaw, but the goalkeeper hung on to it. Well, Shrewsbury, I'm sure, encouraged by no goals at half-time, are really coming at Wolves now. There's Biggins going in. He'll get there too. Looking for Tong. No, Atkins. Open goal. Here's Maguire. And it was charged down. Well, that was real cool stuff by Steve Biggins. Stopping the ball dead, beating his man, curling it across the box. 2 chances, the last one to Maguire, and somehow Wolves blocked the effort. Wolves with 6 in the box. And here's Palmer's kick. Wardle comes, got a good touch. Daly. And that was Wardle, a superb save again from John Richards on the turn. This goalkeeper, Bob Wardle, not too well known, only a couple of dozen games behind him for Shrewsbury. He is making his name this afternoon. That's the 3rd cracker of a save that he's made. Reactions to that shot from Richards, really first class. Down the line to Daly. Actually, a free kick's been given already for that rather wild boot. Clive Thomas, once of Treorchy, now of Porthcawl. Making quite sure that the free kick's taken from the right spot. It's Daly to take it. Several targets to aim for. Rafferty, touch. Rafferty again, and he's scored! Billy Rafferty's got it! He's broken the deadlock, and Rafferty's first goal of the season has put Wolves in front. 34 minutes of this second half gone. Free kick from Daly. Rafferty got the first touch on it, and when the ball came back to him, he buries it in the top left-hand corner. Superb goal. Oh, ball given away. Chapman then. And that's a nice pass on from Turner to Maguire. Penalty. Maguire went for it. Daniel a tackle. Referee Clive Thomas in no doubt at all. Turner that ball on to Maguire. Cuts forward, and he was looking for it as soon as he got in the box. Daniel provided the tackle. Down goes Maguire. Referee Thomas points to the spot. Paul Bradshaw saved 3 penalties this season. On the other hand, Ian Atkins here has scored 4 out of the 10 goals that he's got. This for 1-1. Yes! With less than 5 minutes to go, Ian Atkins keeps Shrewsbury's hopes alive.
Well, no doubt about the penalty, no doubt that there's a replay at Shrewsbury now on Tuesday night. 2 cup ties on the programme today, but nobody winning a place in those semi-finals, except, of course, that Liverpool are there, having won at Ipswich yesterday. What it does mean is a lot of cup tie football this coming week, leading to a great day of sport next Sunday with exclusive coverage on ITV of the Football League Cup final, followed by the World Skating Championships, and then on Sunday night, the PFA dinner, when we shall all know who is the Footballer's Player of the Year. What a week. And an exhausting prospect when we're still recovering, really, from all the emotions of those cup ties of yesterday. Goodbye.